Hi, my name is James Moore Jr. and welcome to my channel. In this video, I'm going to be breaking down 5 ways that you can be persuasive, whether it be one-to-one or one-to-many. I've got my trusty whiteboard here and I'm going to break it down for you. I am a Toastmaster. And so in Toastmasters, we talk to people, whether it be one-on-one or one-to-many, as I mentioned, and we talk about different subjects. I am on my presentation mastery right now. So that means that I am working on being a presenter to many. And when you are a presenter, you have to be persuasive because what you're trying to do is you're trying to get people to think a certain way, which is the way that you want them to think. So there's some techniques that I'm going to break down to you that's going to help you be persuasive when you are speaking to people. Let's start with number 1, which is understanding your audience. So what that means, when you understand your audience, you can understand how to speak to them. Now, there are different types of audiences. Now, there are audiences that already have an idea of what you're going to speak about, so you don't have to really be that persuasive. You just have to reinforce their beliefs on the subject at hand. Then there's an audience that has no idea what you're speaking about, and so you have to be really persuasive and make them understand what it is you're talking about. So you have to bring in facts. You have to bring in real life situations. And then there's a mixed audience. Now, this audience is a mixture of people who understand the subject, people who don't know the subject, and just people who are there for no real good reason. But in other words, you still want to get them to understand what you're speaking about and get them on your side. Number 2 would be to establish trust. The way you establish trust is by being likable and let them getting to know you and building trust. And the way you can do that is by incorporating stories into your presentation that gives them the feeling of getting to know you. For example, like I said, I'm a Toastmaster. I've only been a Toastmaster since September of 2024. Yeah, this year. This year's almost over, which is why I almost stumbled on it. And before that, I wasn't really a person who spoke a lot. I really was kind of quiet and reserved, but I did know that I had something in me to speak. I've done many videos kind of like this where I'm just speaking to a camera, but when it came to speaking in front of an audience, that was a little bit more nerve-wracking, I would say. But the thing was, I knew I could do it. And so when I decided to join Toastmasters just for practice and actually getting good at it and seeing how other people do it, it made me feel a lot more comfortable. And the great thing about Toastmasters is that the people in Toastmasters are so loving and encouraging. Sometimes you need that when you're getting started with something. And when I got all that love and encouragement, it just gave me way more confidence. And that's another thing you're going to need whenever you're speaking to people. You want to show confidence. That helps to build that trust because when you're confident, it lets people know like, okay, they know what they're talking about. So definitely exude confidence. Even when you don't feel it, exude it. And the best way to do that is to speak up, speak direct, and make eye contact. Let's move on to number 3. Number 3 is use strong logic and evidence. Ooh, let's just do an ampersand. That's a weird ampersand. Let me fix that because I just can't dig that ampersand at all. And, oops, not logic. I already got logic. Evidence. We need evidence. The way you use strong logic is by making it to where it just makes sense. Like, for example, you don't just go into a dark room without flicking the light, right? That's a logical standpoint on why you would flip a light to go into a dark room. You want to see where you're going, right? Now, for the evidence, you want to use some facts, some statistics. You can get those on the internet anywhere. You can even use AI to help you with crowdsourcing good evidence for whatever you're speaking about. Because when you have strong evidence, you're speaking to the people who have the logical brain, who will definitely be drawn in because they love facts. Woo, the logic people, they love facts, especially when you give them some great evidence. Let's move on to number 4. You want to appeal to their emotions. Now, these are the emotional people. I'm one of the emotional people. Because when you speak to my emotions, you speak to my heart. And when you touch somebody's emotions, whatever you're speaking about, it touches them in a deeper level to where it actually sticks with them. And when it sticks with them, they're more likely to be persuaded to believe you, to join your side. Emotions play a big part in our lives every day. We make decisions based on emotions because everything is based on how it's going to make me feel. Most people are moving towards pleasure or away from pain. And if you can incorporate your speech to tap into one of those two emotions of either moving towards pleasure or away from pain, you got them. Keep that in mind. And then the last one here is be confident. I already mentioned this one. Be confident and enthusiastic. I am very enthusiastic when I'm speaking about this. I feel like this is something I need to do. I want to do because it's truly important to be able to communicate and to be able to communicate effectively. The confidence comes when you start to learn and be more knowledgeable about what you're speaking about. The enthusiastic part of it is you just being yourself and being open and being animated. Gestures, body language, and the tone of your voice is how you come off as more enthusiastic. The confidence comes off as whenever you are just speaking with authority. The way you speak with authority is to speak as if you know what you're talking about. I'm going to tell you guys, I am still learning all of this, but the fact that I am doing it is what helps me seem very confident. My enthusiasm is the fact that I'm actually loving what I'm doing right now. I pull out a whiteboard because normally what I would do is when I have a Toastmasters meeting, I would record my speech. I'm one of the people who was always raising their hand to speak at my Toastmasters meeting because I want the practice. I want to get great. I want to be a champion. So I always stand up, raise my hand. Yes, I want to speak for a table topic. A table topic is a speech that's off the cuff. They give you a scenario, a question, or a statement, and you're supposed to add on to it. And you only get 1 to 2 minutes to do this. And there is a timer, and it is pretty intense sometimes. But I love doing the table topics. Matter of fact, I won my club's table topics competition. So I will be competing in the area competition in a month. And I'm so excited about it. Oh my goodness. It's an exciting time. I'm enthusiastic about this whole situation because it's something that I really want to do. I want to be a great speaker. I'm going to be a great speaker. That's why I'm so enthusiastic about it. Whatever it is that gets you pumped up, that gets you hype, that's your thing that you could be confident in speaking about and actually come off as enthusiastic about it too. So I challenge you, find what you can be persuasive about. Find a friend and speak to them about it. Let's say, hey, I want to try something. And I want to give you a short little speech, 1 to 2 minutes about this subject. Let me know what you think. Another way you can do this too is you can actually set up a camera, record yourself giving a little speech about whatever you're enthusiastic about, your subject, and then rewatch that video. Listen to how you sound. Also, watch your body language, because your body language speaks more than your actual words. Keep that in mind. That is my best 5 tips on how to be persuasive. Try all of these out, and I guarantee you will be more persuasive. Be sure to like and subscribe. Come back, because next week I will talk about how you can build a speech for whatever it is you're trying to talk about. Until next time, my name is James Moore Jr., and thank you for being a part of my journey. Peace.